Hi there, and for this video, we're gonna have a full basic tutorial on the Exodus wallet for mobile. Now, if you haven't already, simply go to their official website, exodus.com, or you can search Exodus wallet on Google, and this is what their official site landing page would look like. And because I'm opening it on a desktop, it automatically detects and has this button that says download Exodus for Windows. Now, I already have Exodus for Windows. We have previously made a video discussing the desktop version. For this round, we will be talking about the mobile version. Now, you can go to download up here on the top right, and you can download from the App Store or on Google Play. And we can even access some of the features from the Web3 wallet on the mobile as well. In my case, I went over to my Google Play Store. I just looked up Exodus Wallet. This is what the official app looks like. I have it installed and we will simply open it. Now, before getting to this home screen, when you first install the app, you would be shown two options, which is to create a new wallet or to use an existing wallet. Now, I chose to use the wallet I have for PC, but if you did go and create a new wallet, that will take us to this screen that will give you the option to create a backup. Now, I chose to input my seed phrase, and it will look something like this. However, if it is the first time that you're loading up a wallet, when you create a backup, it will give you the 12 words. You simply have to hold it to see all of them. Of course, you would have to write down the words, but we do have an option for security, and that is with the seed recovery plates. Or what we have here with the Trezor products. We have the Trezor Keep that can keep up to 12 to 24 words depending on which model we have, and it would look something like this. And we even have bundles such as this, which has a Trezor Model 1 along with a 24-word Trezor Keep. Of course, we can laminate a piece of paper to keep our recovery phrase, because at the end of the day, that is your wallet more than any password. Now, there is an option to link an email with our Exodus wallet mobile app. However, anything that can be kept offline will always be more secure than anything that is normally online. We will discuss the Trezor device in a bit, so let's head on back to our Exodus wallet. Now, let's start off with security. It is here on the bottom right on this icon right here. Let's go to security, and here on this tab we can secure it with a passcode, or what we normally call a password, every time we log in or sometimes when we make a transaction. Another thing for security is if you go here into the backups, in the secret phrase area, you do have an option to recover a previous wallet, because Exodus does support multiple wallets. Now, there are features I do not have, and it is due to possibly two things. One, that I do not have assets in the account, and two, that I am in an unsupported region. But in the recovery phrase area, you should have access to a clock or a history looking icon, and that will allow you to recover previous wallets that you have used before. It will simply store in a different recovery phrase that you can load in the case you wanted to use a different wallet. So for example, I wanted to create a new wallet right now. It will give new addresses, a new seed phrase, everything, and the previous one, along with the assets, of course, if I chose to leave some behind, will be stored in that seed phrase, which I can view from an icon here. We can even, as I was saying earlier, back it up with a Google Drive, or you can use your face or fingerprints to unlock your device. This is device specific. I believe not all devices have fingerprint recognition. However, this is an option for security. Now let's go over to settings. I do not have funds in my account, so I do not have the portfolio on, but we would like to switch this on because this will be necessary once we sync other devices such as our desktop Exodus wallet, or if you have in fact a Trezor device. Now, speaking of portfolios, now I do not have any portfolio, but let's go over to our assets, and that is still on the bottom right, and here we go for assets. And let's go about on how to send and receive. First off, let's go with receiving, and let's make a sample transfer with Bitcoin. Now, it doesn't have any words, but this icon here with the arrow going diagonally up, that is sending, whereas this button on the left with diagonally down arrow, that is for receiving. And since we are going to start with a sample of receiving crypto, let's just click on this. Now, obviously, if you are using another phone, you can simply scan the QR code but in my case, I will copy this address, head over to Bybit, and over here on our top right, let's say I am withdrawing funds. It is already on Bitcoin. We simply have to paste the address. There is only one chain type for BTC. Of course, we have to go to send the amount. There is a minimum amount. And of course, we have to go and confirm and do a few verification steps, perhaps your Google Authenticator or your passcodes. And after that's done, it should be here in our assets in the home page. Now, another thing to note about making transactions here on Exodus is, for example, once we're here on the send or receive screen, we have this option here on the gear icon to use multiple addresses. Now, you might want to switch that on just for an added layer of security, since it ensures that the addresses are changing every time there is a transaction. It is the same wallet, but the addresses are simply different. In this page, you can even import private keys if you have them, and you can even toggle on the legacy address. Now, when sending, we have to click on this arrow up icon here. Once here, we need to paste an address. So here I am with my Bybit account on a deposit form. For the crypto, I will select BTC, and this is the only chain that we have. Acknowledge, copy the address, go back to our Exodus wallet, paste the address. And since I don't have any assets on this account, we won't be able to see the form where it lets us continue. But a thing to note is that from the Exodus wallet, every time you send crypto, you would need a layer 1 gas token, which in this case, because it is on the BTC network, you would need to have a certain amount of BTC on top of what you're trying to send. So what I mean is, for example, if we were going to send a different coin, let's say we were sending USDT. Now we can select which network it goes through from this drop down right here. So let's say we're using the Binance Smart Chain. Now let's go back to Bybit and change it to USDT. Now since we were using BSC, we're going to be using BSC here as well. Here is the wallet. And as you can see, it's telling us that we need at least this amount of BNB to send the USDT. This is the gas fee, and it is always going to be there when you are sending out from the Exodus wallet. Now, earlier I've mentioned the Trezor wallet, the physical wallet that you can connect to your PC and link with your Exodus. On mobile, you can sync them together, so you can also take note of your portfolio in your Trezor wallet. And the way to sync that is through settings, and then scroll down, go to sync devices, and you have to sync it with your computer. Once you allow this, your Exodus wallet on the PC will be synced together with your wallet on mobile. The main difference is that if you have a Trezor device, you'll still be able to see the assets in the device if it was synced in your computer, but you cannot move anything from the wallet itself. To interact with your Trezor device, you would have to use the PC. So once you've linked your Trezor device and you have your portfolios on, you should see that as an option in this button right here. As you can see, portfolios, your Trezor device would also be somewhere here. Now we also have an option to connect to external applications. You might have a button called connect, but if you're seeing the same screen I am in your device, using Web3 should have the same results. Because if you go here, it still allows us to connect. Let's say we want to connect to Alpaca Finance. And as you can see, it is a built-in browser. You can see the URL right here, and you can launch their app from within Exodus. Now, it's not as convenient as simply connecting it, but this is an option that we have that still results in the same thing. And lastly, we have staking. Now, only some crypto have the staking feature because not all of them have yields. And even the ones that do, only a few are supported by Exodus. And the ones that are right down here. Now let's say you want to stake some ADA, just click on that. This is the APY. You can adjust this with how much you are going to stake and for how long in months. It will also calculate how much earnings you would get with the current yield that it's on. Now, I cannot show you on the mobile as I do not have any assets on this account. However, we can show the calculator for staking rewards on the PC version, which we have made a video on previously. That's it for now. If you have any questions on specific features, maybe you can leave them on the comments down below. Now, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please leave a like, maybe subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. Thank you for watching, and see you again next time.